Sup flappers, welcome to another video. And today, once again, at the end of the stream here, we're doing a video with chat. Actually, this is a topic that I wanted to cover originally in just like a regular video, but since chat is here and you know, we're talking about stuff, currently the thing that people are talking about when it comes to the newly released character Shenhe, which is her outfit. All right, and I know, I get it. Yeah, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for content here, are we not? Really, like. But listen, I'm Chinese myself. All right, I can understand where a lot of these comments are coming from. But first, let's go through the video. I'm gonna pause the video as we go, and I'm gonna try my best to translate some of the stuff. Of course, I know the video is translating it themselves as well, but honestly, I do think people need to understand a little more about the cultural incentive for the CN community to react this way. I do think it's you know, in a way it's justified. For people who haven't watched this video, let's just get into it first so you guys know what we're talking about here. All right, so with that said, let's get into the video.
The Chinese Genshin community is fuming about Shen design right now.
Yes, Weibo is like Twitter, essentially, so hey. No, alright. Listen, when something has that many comments, it's never a good thing. First and foremost, alright? It doesn't matter if you're on EN, if you're on CN, if you're on like Spanish, French, whatever. If you ever see that many comments on a single post, especially on a platform like Twitter, or a Weibo, which is Chinese Twitter, so that should already give you guys an idea of you know, the kind of topics they likely partake in a lot of the times. Not to downplay the severity of the issue, I'm just saying, all right? If you guys know what Twitter is like, you know roughly what Weibo is like. All right, so let's continue. So, right here it says 你家仙人穿蕾丝情趣内衣. So basically what this is saying, like, wait, does your goddesses wear like sexual lacy, you know, lingerie? Because they're pointing out the absurdity in these deities, right? Because they are supposed to be deities. So imagine like modern deities. I don't want to offend anybody, but just imagine that the deity that you believe in is portrayed in this sexualized manner. You know, wearing these, you know, sexualized outfits. I don't know. They're pointing to the absurdity of it. And I get it, right? It doesn't make any freaking sense. So here's another one. They're saying, 真的想不通为什么你非要让仙女穿成这样，脸这么仙，结果是穿的是情趣内衣，还按做稿。So they're saying this is not the first time they're getting backlash from this, because apparently Ganyu also went through the same controversy when it comes to the way she's dressed, right? And I think it does have something to do with Chinese culture, because over sexualization in the Chinese culture is, how should I put this? It's very frowned upon. Here, let me break it down like this so you guys can understand. My parents told me when they were growing up in China, when they were dating after they were like in their mid-20s, they could not hold hands on the street because that would be considered a public display of affection, and they could get reported, and at worst case they could get either fined or jail time. Get this, jail time for holding hands on the street when you're frickin' just dating. Like, China only in recent years have gotten a little more like open, let's say, when it comes to affection and these kind of sexualized and don't look to these gacha games and be like, well, Walrus, look at those gacha games, you're telling me that's like, you know, they're not. No, I get what you're saying. China is open to the idea. People in China doesn't mean they don't think about this kind of stuff, but it's very frowned upon to take it into public, especially if you're associating these characters with as deities or some sort of holiness to them, right? It doesn't matter whether they're people in the game or they're related to divine spirits. This isn't just something that you throw on these characters when it comes to the Chinese community. So I definitely can get behind and understand why they're like you know, upset at this. But it's just absurd, man. It's a video game at the end of the day. It's a video game character is designed, but you know, let's continue. Let's see what they... So that one is yeah, it's basically talking about her lower body where like the parts of her body was like showing, right? And of course this one says 又是紧身连体黑丝差不多得了米少你 So basically they're saying is like it's this overall theme of body tight black lace outfits. Basically it's like over and over again, right? There's no variation and it's just overly sexual, and they're saying it's such a waste of their art. I mean, so this is the character they're talking about, right? Personally, if you look too deep into it, yeah, like the longer you stare at it, the more problematic it gets. But if you just boom, throw this character on screen, like overall, as you look at it, it's okay. But you know what? Who am I even lying to? Like, of course I don't wish, but would I be okay with the character if she was fully covered up and you know, with the gown or whatever? Yeah, I'd have no problem with it. Do I have a problem with this? Not so much, but I can definitely understand why they have these issues. All right, and but I do think this is definitely a smaller portion of the community. Think about it like this: what is the population of China? When it comes to China, there's always a bigger portion of the community, right? Like I don't recall, but I remember there were top streams in China can pull up to 1 million people. I'm talking like the top of the streamers, and I think talk like UZI, some of the League of Legends streamers, like at their peak they could pull in certain numbers. It's just more people there. There's more users. So 44,000 comments in Chinese Twitter, Weibo, is not gonna be that many people. All right, so understand, yeah, if it was a tweet, it was a Twitter tweet, 44k is a lot, but in Chinese numerical standards and population, it's not that bad. All right, don't let this get blown out of proportion.
There is a lot more negative comments, mostly about the Chakteater not wearing proper pants.
So this comment is saying like, did the upper body and the lower body get designed by two different people? Like basically one artist came in like, here, let me draw the upper body, and then the other artist came like, so clothing, I guess, just stops here, right? It's just like, so there it's true if you look at it, like starting from like here downwards, right? It just looks like a whole different artist came in and and finished the job. That's so freaking true. So this person is saying like, please leave Li Yue alone, I'm begging you. It's like, is the body tight black lace outfit an ancestral hand-me-down from Li Yue's gods? So right here, of course, they're also saying like, don't you feel this this outfit is not good? Like you know, a goddess dressing like this, is that really appropriate? You know, questionable. And this person makes a great point. All right, this one, it's like, why are all the female characters' clothing getting, you know, more and more? It's like, it's gotten to the point where if somebody's watching me or like next to me, I don't even want to take out this character. It's like, I feel embarrassed to take out this character. Actually, though, like, I feel I can relate if my friend who doesn't play this game, or my parents, like if I'm playing on my phone and my parents walk in, I'm gonna freaking swap out a Shenhe. Like immediately, like get me out. I don't want to get caught in 4K playing a character like that, in a way. And this all goes back to what I was talking about regarding Chinese culture. You guys have to understand, you get judged back then. Nowadays, yeah, holding hands, even hugging, it's more acceptable. But people still give you weird looks. Don't get me wrong. Well, holding hands, hugging, public display of affection, you don't get jail sentences or you don't get fines anymore, but it's still very frowned upon and you get judged heavily for doing that in public. So imagine getting caught in 4K playing a game that has, characters that dresses like this. It doesn't look good, man. I'm just gonna say that much.
What do you think?
What do I think? At the end of the day, all right, let's just go back to the Shenhe one. At the end of the day, I do think it's a minority group of people speaking up in China. It's definitely not. It's borderline appropriate. All right, of course, sexualizing these characters drives up sales, makes people want them even more. The degenerates, of course, like me included. But is it gonna change? I don't think so. I don't think 44,000 people making like a Chinese tweet or commenting on a Chinese tweet is going to make mihoyo change anything. I mean, I could be wrong. mihoyo could really be just overly caterizing towards the Chinese community and their wants and needs. But do I think it's gonna happen? No. Do I want it to happen? No. I think as mihoyo goes forward, they should just have the creative freedom to deliver whatever they want. If this is too sexualized for Chinese standards, we're gonna be in for quite the censorship going forward. If this is too much, hey, all right, we're pretty much done. And as Swipe says, degenerates fund mihoyo. That's right, mihoyo takes the lunch money of degenerates. They take the red pocket money, they take their monthly allowance, all the good stuff. All right, and the degenerates are handing it with a good 90 degrees bow. Like, here, Master mihoyo, here is your monthly bill for the degenerate art and characters that you provide us. With that said, thank you guys for watching. Hope this provided some sort of insight for all of you guys and let you guys understand a little more as to how Chinese culture works and why maybe some of these people are saying these kind of things. You gotta understand, they're raised by the people, the previous generation, and you guys should know how parents can affect their children when it comes to forming ideologies. All right, so until next time, people, urge you all to stay safe and peace.